wanted to show you something that I got in the mail today, yesterday, that I'm going to wear for my interval run today. I think it's so cool. So it's from Tuesday's Children. Look at that. It's from the Run Rabbit company, and it's so lightweight and it's super soft. And I've seen this brand. I know this company. I don't have anything from them. So this is my first, piece of clothing from them, and I actually really like it. I tried it on earlier, and oh, it's so nice and soft. I quick ran it through the wash and whatnot, but oh, it's so soft and super lightweight. So it's a long sleeve shirt. This is the organization that I'm fundraising and running the London Marathon for. So Tuesday's Children, thank you so much for this. I wasn't expecting this. So this is really, really cool. They had sent me, maybe about 2 months ago, a singlet. So it's white and it's a tank top, and it says Tuesday's Children in a blue font on the front, and there's nothing on the back. So I just, just haven't worn it really. I just kind of put it away thinking, oh, maybe I'll run with this for London. But yeah, so I thought that was all I was going to get. When I ran with the American Cancer Society, I also got a singlet from them as well. And so I wasn't expecting anything further, but I got this in the mail, and I'm so excited because it's beautiful. And check out the back. It says Team Tuesdays, and it's got 26.2 marathon. I love it so much. So I am going to put this on, and yeah, I'm gonna go out for my interval run, and my little training partner here is really excited because I'm getting myself prepped to go run, so she knows. But here we go. Here it is. All right, look at that, 26.2. Okay, so can you hear my girl bouncing around? She's so excited. So we're gonna go and get this done, and gonna have a fantastic time doing it. Yeah. Here we go. Interval time. Interval run done. That felt so good. Totaled about 5 miles, and I accidentally screwed up my interval timing for a couple of those things. Like I switched my paces, but it's okay because I did it. I finished it. I set out what I needed to do, and now I'm gonna go get some food in my belly. Have a good one. I am on my way to the gym. Almost to the gym, actually. It's a beautiful day, and it's so pretty. The sun is about to set, so it's got that nice color to it. But today I have cross training. It is Wednesday, and last week I did the rower, so today I'm gonna do the stationary bike. And then after that, I'll go home and do my strength training workouts. Wednesdays are a nice day. Today at work in general was just very good. Very relaxed and chill, and I actually got to do a lot of the things that I wanted to get done were accomplished today at work, so it's very good. And I got to listen to my audiobook. Currently listening to Iron Flame. Yes. I'm listening to that one. Good read. I'm in part 2 of the book right now, so yeah. Looking forward to my workout. Pulling up into my gym now. I'll catch you on the flippy flip. February 10th. I am back home. I picked up my packet for the half marathon tomorrow. I'm doing the Mardi Crawl half marathon. I am kind of nervous about it because it's currently 20 degrees outside and snowing. And it's been snowing since yesterday afternoon. You can hear my dog, I'm sorry. We got her a new toy, so yeah. Anyway, I have my bib. Yeah, half tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Do you mind? Anyway, it's really cool because with this sticker here for the half, I also got, my bib, and then I got some beads. I actually don't know when Mardi Gras is. Is it this week? I don't know, but they had different colored beads, and my son said that I appropriately needed a crown, so he got me a crown. He gave me the crown one, and purple, my favorite color. I also got this awesome shirt. Mardi Crawl. So I'll wear this after the event because I'm gonna have to layer up big time tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow, and yeah, see you on the course. It is the Sunday afternoon, and I'm just kind of sitting here doing a recap of everything that went down today at the Mardi Crawl. Here's the medal. Very, very cute. It's actually kind of heavy. And it says finisher and Mardi Crawl. Yay! So I have a lot of thoughts about this medal in general, not for aesthetic purposes, but just what it represents. I went to Arvada this morning to participate in this event. I had registered for this half marathon maybe 2 months ago, so it was something I had on my radar, that I was training for, and that I was a little apprehensive about, only because it's winter. I've never done a winter race before of this distance. I've done, like 5Ks, virtual 5Ks, where, you can kind of just pick the day you want, or it's been on a really nice day. But this one in general, it was held earlier today. So February, I was really nervous because of the snow, especially here in Colorado. Well, what happened was, as you saw in videos, it had snowed, and it was very, very cold. So we got an email late yesterday saying, hey, this event is going to be changed to a 10-miler. So I was, as I said, registered for the half marathon, but they said we're going to change it to 10 miles just because there's ice on the course. And it is an early start, meaning 9 o'clock. So earlier than the 5K and 10K racers. But I think the thinking was that by about that time, sun would be out, and maybe it would help to get rid of the ice or lighten the conditions on the paved trail that we were on, which it did. It really did. But I did see there was snow all on the course, and, more people running on it, so it packs it and everything. I didn't have any tracks, or the yak tracks, for the bottom of my shoes, but I did wear trail running shoes, which are very grippy on the bottom. and they have like a higher your ankles, help stabilize them. So I was running in that. So they were heavier than what I normally wear. So there's just a lot of factors kind of for this race that I was very worried about. And then I slept in that morning just because I think subconsciously this was all in my head that, oh my gosh, I'm dreading this race. I don't want to get up. The whole thing. So I didn't go into it. And my husband even commented, I didn't go into this race with the same excitement and positive anticipation that I normally do. Typically, when I have a race coming up, I'll get myself ready, and it's just, okay. And I prep things the night before, I have everything laid out. And this one, I got everything ready the day of. So, and I woke up late. So it was fine. As far as fueling goes, I guess a little bit of technical stuff. It went well. I didn't have any digestive issues, no problems, which I was surprised about because don't recommend this, but I literally ate a half hour, maybe 20 minutes before I actually raced. So, and typically when I do that, it doesn't end well, but this one was very good. So there was no problem there. I had my gels with me. I had my salt stick, tablets, capsules, and that was fine. There was no problem. It was, I think, 18 degrees. And as I mentioned, ice. I don't know what the felt like equivalent was, but there was snow. There was no active snowfall, but there was snow on the ground and there was ice on the ground on the trail that we were on, which, by the way, I'm going to have to go to again because that trail was gorgeous. And I would love to see it when it's all cleared up and maybe take my training partner with me because it was really nice. And the trail was wide, so it was just beautiful. Anyway, that's a little side note. But yes, I had my layers. The clothes I was wearing was perfect. It did get warm. I had this puffy vest on, and that was really funny because I wanted to take it off and kind of tie it around me, but there's no way to do that. So so I had to wear it, and it got warm in that. But I mean, that was my biggest complaint as far as, clothing goes. Now, what actually happened? As I mentioned, it was a half marathon, but because of the temperatures and the ice and the conditions of the trail, they lowered it to 10 miles. It was an out and back course, so you go out and then just there's a turnaround point and you come right back. It was it was very well organized. I loved it. I want to do it again next year, or just anything by this company in general. They're called All Out Racing Series, and they had it was really good, and I was really excited to actually see like a nice medal. And as I mentioned, it's got some weight, so it's really nice. They also had this engraver at the finish line where you could get your medal engraved with the distance and you could put your name on it. I didn't do that just because of what I'm about to tell you. I was doing great. Pacing was well in my first 2-3 miles. I was feeling really good. I was a little bit slower because my coach just advised me, take this as an easy run just because of the course conditions and the fact that the weather was chilly. So I was taking it easy. Things were going fine. But at around mile 4, as part of the course, this trail is kind of nested in between neighborhoods. So it would dip and go under residential streets. And then for these underpasses, you could see just this sheen of ice because that's where, water, the snow melt goes, and it froze overnight. And as I was going under one of these underpasses, I ended up slipping, and I didn't fall, but I slipped and kind of overextended. My right leg went ahead of me a little too far, and as my son explained it, you went into the splits? Yeah, basically, but it wasn't a full-on split. But I pulled my groin on my right side, and it was very awful. And then when I got to correct myself and kind of get back into step, I tweaked the right side of the outside part of my hip. So I don't know what that's called, but from then on, I felt this weird, didn't hear a pop, didn't feel a tear, but just this niggle, and I kept going. I continued with, you know, on course and whatnot. And throughout the race, I did see other individuals when they were going through the icy parts on the bridges or those underpasses. They did slow up. You could see people kind of do like, whoa. And so I thought, this isn't a big deal. It's fine. And it was really nice because on course they had medical people riding their bikes, and they kind of just rode along. And as I mentioned, these trails are pretty wide, so they rode along and checked in on people. And one medical guy, his name is Kyle, so shout out to Kyle, he did see me slip, and he caught up with me. And while I was at a water station, and just asked me, hey, or told me, I saw you slip, is everything okay? um are you in any pain? And I did tell him, oh yeah, this is what happened. I didn't hear a pop. I didn't feel anything rip, but it is, I don't know how to describe it. For me, pain is either up here or it's way down here, so for me, it was just like, yeah. And he said, well, we're right now at about, you still have a ways to go, obviously, because I mentioned it's an out and back kind of course. And he said, why don't you just, I would recommend, he said, that you turn around and just go back, because um he said, I don't know what this event means to you, but if it were me, he said, I would just turn around and go back, because the conditions aren't really going to get better on this course. And just, I don't want to discourage you. If you want to keep going, but if you feel like you need to take it easy, just turn around and go back, kind of thing. So at this point, I had slowed to a walk, and I thought, well, I could probably just walk the rest of it. And then I thought, maybe not, because it wasn't a matter of I don't want to be the last person on the course, because that doesn't bother me. But it was the fact that if I walk this whole thing, I will be the last person on this course. And judging how much further I'd have to go out and then come back, I don't want to keep, my mind, how it works. I didn't want to keep people, race organizers and whatnot, standing out there waiting for me. And I know they would have. But just me personally, all of these things went through my mind. In addition to that, I thought about how this race in particular was more of a training race to look at my paces, because I was working on my goal marathon pace, and to understand my fueling, etc. So it was just mainly a practice thing for me, because this is all in preparation for London. I do have another half marathon coming up on the 3rd of March, so I can definitely use that race as well. And just the conditions of this race, I really wasn't serious about it, as I mentioned before. So all of this went through my mind, and I thought, you know what, let me just turn around. So I turned around. I ended up finishing with about, I think, a little over 8.5 miles total. And I basically kind of shuffled the rest of my way back. And I felt, you ever hear of imposter syndrome? When I'm crossing the finish line, I ran through that finish line, because that part, it was clear, and I was like, I'm going to get through this, get this done, kind of thing. And, everyone's cheering for you. And the announcers had said, because you put in like little messages you want the announcer to read when you cross the finish line. So the announcer had said my message, which was, London, here she comes. So she did scream that, and I was so happy, and I felt so good about passing the finish line. And then they put the medal on me, and I thought, oh, I didn't really earn this, but thank you. So that's the reason why I didn't get it engraved, because with my time, it would look like I ran that time for 10 miles, which isn't the case. So I didn't get it engraved. I ran 2 hours and I think it's 4 minutes for 8.5 miles. As I mentioned, I had to walk, and just, yeah. So So today I'm just going to rest. I really don't know how to take care of a pulled groin. It is achy now. So I'm glad I did turn around, and I'm glad I didn't complete or force myself to complete that event, because my head was, believe me, my head was screaming at me to finish that event. But I'm glad I didn't. I feel good. Um, as far as cardiovascular, I felt good with my pacing at the beginning, but now I I am hurting. I did take some pain meds, and it's kind of, lessened that a bit, but I don't know what this is going to feel like tomorrow. I do have strength training on my plan for tomorrow, but we'll see. Um yeah. So all of that talking just to tell you I finished the event, at least my event. I got a medal for it. I will put it up because, as just a reminder, to listen to myself and understand my situation, especially when it comes to running and this sport. I love this sport. I had fun at this event, so huge props and kudos to the organizers of the event. I'm disappointed in myself that I slipped, but I'm proud of myself that I knew when to end it and make that decision to come back. So shout out to Kyle for helping me come to that realization as well. I think everyone had a great time. We saw some dogs running on the course with their owners, and I thought, oh, I should have brought my girl. Maybe next time. Yeah. So that ends out week 6 of marathon training. Tomorrow starts week 7. I am feeling good. I feel like I'm in a good place. I am happy about what lies ahead, and the fact that London is now 10 weeks away is very exciting, and I look forward to it. And I just got to remember to keep telling myself that I'm taking this a day at a time, a week at a time, a workout at a time. I put in all this time and effort. It's going to come back 100-fold. So, yes, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for listening. See you next week.